The solidify wireframe function will produce unusual results if the input data is ambiguous. Do these arcs represent a gouge in the edge of the part? Or do they represent a protrusion on the edge? Solidify without completely defining the feature, and you might get a result like this. To get the gouge feature, we need to add a center arc that defines the depression. The bulge is more complicated. For this, we'll create two solids. A plain block plus a football-shaped solid are created with different colors, or placed on different levels. The appropriate masking option controls the creation. We'll then use the Boolean union function to merge them into one solid after having solidified them. So let's work with a sample file, kcv solidify2.ckd. Let's click on Tools, Options. And we want to make sure that we have color for our masking option. Click on OK. Let's click on the Solidify wireframe icon. We'll select All Display by Type and select Color 10, and then click on OK. Notice we get this unusual result. That's because of the ambiguity. Let's click on Solidify wireframe again. This time let's select All Display by Type, Color 17. This is the one we're going to make. Because we have that center curve, it indicates that it is a gouge, not a bulge on a part. Let's click on Solidify wireframe again, by type, and let's click on green, and then let's click on color 18, so 13 and 18. We're going to select those two and see we create two separate solids. Now they're solids at this point, so we can just Boolean union the two together to get the protrusion. So let's recap. The solidify wireframe function produced unusual results when the input data was ambiguous. Did these arcs represent a gouge in the edge of the part? Or did they represent a protrusion on the edge? If we don't provide additional data, we solidified and got a weird part that looked like this. To get the gouge feature, we needed to add a center arc that defined the depression. The bulge is more complicated. For this, we created two solids in two different colors. The plain block plus a football-shaped solid were created. We could also have made them on different levels. The appropriate masking option controlled the creation. We used color because we had colors in this point. We then used the Boolean union function to merge them into one solid. In this way, you can create more complicated objects using the solidify function.